Dude, what? You got this, Coconut. You got this.
There we go.
Let's go.
I think it stopped doing the one where it like does it on my screen and not on yours, and now it just doesn't do it.
Lemuura is a handsome
Hey,
ass
gold.
lad.
Let's
What the
go.
shit?
Good start.
Nice. Nice.
I wonder where that annoying book even came
Oh.
from. It doesn't sound like a book she would buy.
Unlike pretentious self-help books you buy.
You know, self-help books are very important to some people, okay?
Forget about the book. Let's get
Dude.
the rose.
Dude, I'm actually trolling. Dude, what the fuck? Dude, whoa, 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 whoa. Please.
Chill. Okay.
Ah, it's all up to you.
Oh, shit. Okay. Okay.
Hey, get down here, vacuum!
Okay. All right.
FPS, FPS. Got it.
Okay. Got mine too.
Talk about dead weight.
Cool.
Bit slow getting up there, but it's fine.
This vacuum is insane. Wait.
Okay.
Okay, get ready.
Thump, 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 thump. Oh. Some.
You can remember you can get off way sooner, Coconut.
Well, Lem, if I sometimes if it get off too soon, it sucks you back up into the thing.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's why
And
you
it
get off
loses
of it and avoid getting sucked.
Well.
I know you like getting sucked, but hello.
Oh man. Yeah, sure, Alice, maybe. Okay. Shit. Okay, got it.
Yeah, Hyper said point it away and get off should work.
Okay.
Dude, how the fuck? Why? I am actually upset.
It's minigames.
I hate this. I need someone to go through this with me because I just don't understand.
I do like dash, dash, frog jump, and kind of aim over here.
Hello?
Hello?
Oh,
You good?
there. Yeah, no, I just couldn't see anything.
Okay. I'll go fast.
There's the toolbox! Both of you, come on! Help me break it open!
Hey, I'm here to look pretty.
Okay. A couple seconds slower than PB, but not bad at all. Okay, and I'm gonna get wired up. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it first try and not fall.
Dude.
Oh. Well, not that part. I can fall at that part. That's okay. Oh my
Dude,
god.
I hate it when that happens. When you just get like...
Oh my god. Dude,
I don't know. I've tried both methods here. I don't like either. Because they all fuck with me. I'm like, please.
Dude, yeah. Dude. This is so bad.
Dude.
Alright, don't worry. Alright, here I come. I am Cinnamon. Shit.
Okay, good.
Oh, dude, I'm trolling. Oh, okay, I think you got it then. Okay.
Still so slow.
Yeah.
Shed is hard. It's so hard.
Shed is hard. What the heck was that?
I was trolling. That's what I was doing.
Okay. Hey, that's alright.
Lemuura is a handsome
This is
ass
not a
lad.
minute. That was
Nice,
gold.
nice gold. Let's go.
All right, let's swing across.
Yeah. Whoa. That tree is huge.
Oh, I'm trolling.
Don't worry about it. The ropes will take us.
Dies on the freaking. Oh, dude. Well, I'm trolling. I'm trolling. Oh my god.
Just stop trolling, Coconut. What are you doing, Coconut?
Oh, you know, just dying 3 times in the same spot on the easiest ass jump, dude. Oh my god, dude.
You're the gifted one.
She's outgrown them anyway. Is that our pot lid?
What's it doing up here?
Looks like
Yeah, Glint. They
Oh my
really
God.
are.
Lamb. Oh god, lamb. It's just one of those. It's just one of those trees. You know what I mean?
It's just one of those trees.
It's just one of
There
those
you
trees.
go.
I'm a superhero with a rope.
you're a clayman with a rope.
It's just one of those trees. You know what I mean?
Told you this was a bad idea.
It'll get better.
Lost 10 seconds over PP, so that's still fine.
We're 54 seconds behind total right now. Unbalanced.
Gotcha.
I don't know how it is against PB.
Those squirrels weren't kidding.
Yeah. This is a war zone. Down we go.
Wow. This is impressive.
Oh.
I'm getting
Dude.
safety vibes.
Wow. Why is it so slow?
Progress.
Yeah, just go faster, duh.
Oh, trolling. You got it.
Tug of war.
Hey, took a word. Nice.
Did you remember?
Shit, I almost did. Changing it real quick.
Ugh.
I almost got it. Okay, and then changed it at the end. Changed it at the end. Don't forget to change it at the end.
Are you gonna remember that, Coconut?
Yes, I am. Change it at the end. Change it at the end. Change it at the end. I won't forget. Okay.
Dude, I'm scared. I thought I was falling there for a second. I was like, oh my god. This is it. I fucked it up again. I really hate traversing this.
Dang it. Dang it. Dang it, dude. Dude, you're gonna get it like first try. Yeah, you did. Okay, we're good. Oh, Lem waiting for me. Oh, I got the thing though?
Are you good?
Yep, go.
Cool.
Lemuura is a handsome
Dude,
ass
big
lad.
gold, let's
What
go.
the
Nice.
We're a second behind PB at the moment.
Did you remember?
Nope. Nope.
Jeez. Now.
Going. Okay, apply. Good.
You got it? You got it? You
Yeah,
sure?
yeah.
You sure?
Yep. Definitely didn't remember. Well, it's because I was expecting to be waiting for you, not the other way around.
Wow. So little trust in me. Oh my god.
Shit. Maybe a little higher. Shit.
I hope I'm not too far away. No, I hate it. Good. Good. That wasn't bad. We got through it 1 minute and 1 seconds.
Good job, buddy.
Balanced on boat is kind of fucked right now. Because it was my original deeply rooted split.
Oh, gotcha.
Really helping us.
So that's gonna be fucked until we actually complete a full run. Which is fine.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
Ninja,
my
thank you
god.
For the raid. Oh, trolling. Distracted. Don't mind me.
I got a raid too. From Panda. Hello.
Oh my gosh, Panda and Andrew. Oh my gosh. Welcome in, you guys. You guys are awesome. Dude, so how'd it go? What a coincidence. Oh my gosh. Thank you for the follow as well, yeah. How'd it go? Were you guys doing practice or did you get some full runs in? ILs? What were you doing?
What a coincidence. Oh my god. Ah, look at all the larvae.
No globe IL runs. Nice. Nice. 1502. Very pog. Our snow globe is like a 50. It's okay, Lem. I'm gonna get the snuggle slide this time, though.
Got through min time saving space out with new glitch. Yeah. Yeah.
First day's a pretty pog. Day. Nice. Let's go.
New Rose's room is pretty cool. Or well, new spaced out.
Yeah.
Especially if
No,
you can do the if you do the invis version, then you're like
Dude, invis
then
version's
you're extra
so hard.
extra cool.
Oh my gosh. Oh man. Okay. All right. gonna get it this time as well. Trying invis didn't go so well this time. Dude, invis is hard. Oh my gosh.
All hands on deck. You've got a strong
Hey, Panda, thank you for the follow. Yeah, no, it's not hard. You just need to practice it and like understand where you're landing, right?
Yeah,
Compared to
no,
where
definitely.
compared to where everything else is. Like, where is the blue light? Where is the button? Where do I land in relation to those, right? And then figure it out.
Wait.
drawing us in.
Hey, we're good.
Jesus Christ, that is
Oh my glob. Oh my glob.
that was
Okay.
big scary. Let's go.
Nice. Gamer.
Of course, Panda. That's how it
Lemuura
always
is
is.
a handsome
That was
ass
like gold
lad.
for me.
What the shit?
Gold for your little micro split.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Cody, steer straight
Oh.
ahead.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Alright, Lem, let's get this freaking lantern.
Yeah, we got it
got
like
it-
the
got
third
it so
shot.
fast.
Third shot during our last run. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Can we do it again? You think?
Okay, Pog.
Let's go.
Good stuff, good stuff.
Yeah, you're good stuff.
Oh, you're good stuff. Oh, stuck on a rock.
Must be the squirrel's history. Is that spooky?
Let there be light.
Okay. Oh.
Ah,
Oh.
dude.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Just hit it. Yeah, too soon. Too soon. Rip. If I'd waited just a tiny bit longer, it would have been fine.
Oh, what?
Yeah, too early, both of us.
Dude, so bad. Okay. Oh, dead. Okay, you got it.
Die.
Ah,
You should have been way,
wrong.
way faster.
I went off the ledge, but then I fell into the thing. Oh, it's out of bounds here. What the fuck?
That's not gonna help, Coconut.
I'm trying. No, I was fine. Oh, did you get the reset checkpoint? Yeah, that's good.
I mean, yeah, I just decided at that point it was not worth waiting for you.
Yeah, I don't know why you were.
Looks like
Oh my gosh.
some kind of catfish.
Dude, what the fuck?
Help us now.
Well, catfish aren't dangerous.
He's big enough to eat us.
No.
Wasn't expecting that.
Moving. I think it's trying to throw us off.
No.
Catfish, like, you can get to the end and get the ending trigger. It's just, catfish is so fast, it's not worth.
Oh my god. Really, Andrew? Jeez. Can you quote that? When May was phasing through dimensions. What the heck?
What?
What? What the heck? Word things.
Ooh. It's only 11.
Only 11. Jeez. Jeez.
Jeez.
Cody, is the plan to swim right through that water?
Dial him. Dial him.
This isn't my fault.
Nice. Oh, wow. Okay, sure.
Oh, oh, don't mind me.
That looks like an elevator over there. You have to cross over.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, wait. Okay.
That's a deep pit.
Let's go.
Nice.
Good stuff.
Where are we going?
Only one
Let's
way
go.
out.
They're back with their crazy saws.
Good stuff, Mr. Coconuts.
Good stuff, Mr. Lemuura. Okay. Word. Thanks, Andrew.
After we're done with this run, I wanna do some testing with you for the bobsleds, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure. Try to test that out of bounds stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I will be going for it during the run, because like it doesn't hurt not getting it.
Good stuff. Okay.
It's just I'd like to try it a bit more with another person, because you know,
Yeah, sure, that's
me
fine.
trying to control both at the same time if I want to do anything like character specific.
Yeah, did you get it? Okay. Yeah, sure. Okay, I'll stand
Yeah.
like right next to it. Okay, that didn't really work either. You
Why?
can still shoot it though.
Yeah, I think it's close enough to where it'll get hit, right?
Good?
Yeah.
Yep. Nice. Good stuff, good stuff. Alright, dash dash interact.
Nectar. I love the beetle.
Nectar, yeah.
I can! And stop Maxie driving!
Look! More damn wasps!
Shoot them! Kill them, eh?
Stop backseat shooting!
Nectar, yummy.
I assume it's probably been tested out, all the reset checkpoints here. If they move ahead at all.
Probably.
No, definitely not.
Again, I found myself holding W.
Ah.
Further back.
Don't get us killed if you want that nectar!
No! Still no!
Oh, okay.
Nice one,
Gotcha.
man.
Sounds good, Hyper.
Then you also have to accelerate again. That makes sense too.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Lemuura is a handsome ass lad. What
Nice.
the shit?
Good stuff. Okay, good stuff. Alright, I'm trying to have a better extermination. Dude, why is my sap like immediately out? Okay,
Good.
nope, other way. This way, please. Thank you. There you go.
Go to the front. And then I shoot the butt.
And shoot
If I
the
can
butt.
hit!
Hit the
Jesus
butt, Lem.
Christ.
Hit the butt. Hit the butt. After you.
Oh, okay. Nope. Alright, your turn when I respawn. Oh, look at you being such a pro.
Okay.
No,
Well,
no,
it's like
no.
time pretty much.
Alright,
Okay, Mikey,
chain
go.
it to the front.
Should be on the right side.
Nice.
Okay. Oh. 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 Oh.
Come on, coconut.
Okay, we're good. Lol. Okay. Yeah, this part's not too bad for just like moving around. Okay. Alright, here I'll shoot the shields quick. The hands.
Go, go, go.
Okay.
Go, go, go. Nice.
Nice. Good stuff. That's looking like it's gonna be a gold. Okay. Controller.
Lemuura is a
Nice.
handsome
Not a
lad.
big gold, but
What
it's a
the
gold.
shit?
It's
I'll
still a
take
gold.
it.
Hey! You see? Never underestimate my underwear!
Stop raising your pants. Focus on flying.
Alright, I'm ready it! I'm ready it!
Crack into it.
Jesus Christ.
Clear the way! Shoot something! Shoot!
Okay, you got
Wait, you
this.
still got out of the first one.
What is the
Lost
tree
half
get
our health.
away? Gold, calm gold is a 307, our gold is a 309.
Okay. Let's go. Suck my coconuts.
Such a good name. So good.
One hand this.
Better than Sigma skip, 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 skip.
Lol.
First thing they tried to say. I mean, yeah, because it was Sigma skip, and then it was Sigma skip, skip, and then it was Sigma skip, 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 and then Coconut just found. You're 7 minutes. Yeah, we're 7 minutes ahead of balanced pace against PB. We're a minute.
We're 45 seconds ahead.
Yeah. But also disregard my golds and the time that it says right now because it's false because I added splits. So I don't think that's entirely accurate right now. I think it's the PB one is more accurate at this point, yeah. Yeah, since I added new splits, and we haven't finished a run yet, my balance is fucked. So I'm just gonna do PB until we actually finish a run, I think.
Word. Ooh. Hey, how riveting. A nice little break, though.
Yeah.
Lemuura is a handsome ass lad. What the shit?
I'm like holding X, but I should be holding B. Okay. Nice.
Was that a 608? No, wait,
Wow.
what was it?
I don't know.
A lot of pillows.
Pillow fort. Rose and I made it.
1 second off of Congo. I mean, yeah, it makes sense. The entering the hole was kind of scuffed.
As in outers,
A little bit.
Oh, I didn't know.
because you're always working.
Cody, let's not discuss that again.
Cool.
Just saying. Look,
Oh, come on.
Rose is on the other side. The gate is blocked by something.
Yeah, it is. By some kind of force.
Look, a video game.
Vampire.
They're connected.
Okay.
Let's go.
Alright, spaced out. I'll do my best, Sensei.
Lovely.
What's happening?
I don't know, but I don't like it. Let's find a way out of here.
Next time, can you not buy Rose a crazy space monkey, please?
She's the one who picked him out.
Yeah, and you paid for him.
Oh.
Terrifying.
Whoa.
Oh my glob.
Like you would be if someone tried to hurt Rose.
I mean, hey.
I mean, sure.
Rose? I mean, we just need her tears so she can have her parents back.
Works for me.
Yeah. I was like, sure, okay, I'll try.
Nice oyster.
And I was like, damn, let's go.
Very nice. Okay. Now I got this first try last time, so I'll do my best.
Oh my god. Now that was one hell of a ride.
Oh, trolling. Oh,
I was
trolling.
when we were practicing this earlier today, I asked Coconut, "Are you using the look at tech?" And he's like, "Yeah." And then he was just looking at me manually because he didn't know it was a button.
Facts, dude. I didn't know it was a button. Okay, we should be good.
Level alpha.
Oh, misses the button. Okay. All right.
I mean, it's easier to do it visible than invisible, I guess. But
It is indeed,
Barrier of some sort.
but invisible is still faster.
only when you haven't really practiced it, I'd
Yeah.
say. Once you practice it, I think invisible is gonna be better. By
Yeah, I
a long
agree.
shot. It's faster as well, anyway. So
Yeah. No, definitely.
Not good enough for you.
Yeah, then we don't have to do the laser tennis part as well. Nice.
good
Should
stuff.
gold again?
No, because we have this one to go through. Yeah.
Oh, now you're right. Yeah.
Not a gold, but we're
It's like
eight
looks
and
like
a
it's
half
like
minutes
2
ahead.
seconds off. Yeah.
Forgot to RCP this,
We never do that RCP.
Yeah, exactly.
dude.
One less would be a good
I'm
thing.
trolling.
She really loves that elephant, though. We have to buy a replacement later.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll just get a replacement. Yeah, it's time for a new frame.
I actually
No, King. We've been busy dying.
She did, but lately she's gotten attached to it again. I don't know.
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but
let's just find it. I hope you don't run into any mice.
Yeah. Maybe they're friendly. Actually, help us in this world.
Fat chance.
Nice. Good stuff. I didn't fall at all either. I was just slower. So good stuff. Nice. Nice. Oh.
dude, this fucking geometry.
You can do it.
Oh,
Oh, yikes. Right.
batting team.
Good stuff.
Oh, what's up, piggy?
Cool. Good looks. Shit. Alright, chill.
Handy.
Okay.
Spin away, me.
Okay. You're not getting
Yeah, we're
lost.
good, we're good. No, I won't get
Yeah.
lost anymore, I swear.
Yeah, whenever you end up getting stuck back there, I'm always like, okay, hang back a bit. He might get
Just wait,
lost.
Yeah, yeah. No, I won't anymore. Yeah, I realized what I was doing the whole time.
Okay, good.
Yeah. I had been doing the jump, but I never did a dash to get to the ledge. So I would do like jump, jump, and then be like, how the hell did you get up there?
Yeah, Coconut's part during the when I'm sliding is totally really tough, yeah. I don't know. Like either of us could have done it, it just ended up being me that did it.
Just an illusion.
Illusion. I'm about to throw up in here. For real.
Don't let your brain fool you. Look at these amazing colors, Cody.
Oh, get tripped out.
The screen tear in this section, so bad. But you
It's
don't you don't
wild.
see it on stream, so I know it doesn't do anything to get in the center, it's just fun.
Okay.
Yeah, because what
Also,
I was
was
thinking
the
is
train station then?
maybe
Yeah, go for it.
maybe this part here is already loaded, right? So you can kind of just fly here with the fidget spinner.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And then boom, get the checkpoint
Yeah.
and maybe.
Yeah, get the checkpoint. Yeah.
But then the question is, how close is it, and how much faster would it be?
Oh, trolling. Tried to turn in too fast. Dude, trolling? Hi, Lem.
Hi, Coconut.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Glad you finally made it.
Shit. Oh. Okay. Okay.
It's okay. We're 9 minutes ahead.
I know. That was only about like 2 or 3 seconds off of PB, so.
The hand cart.
Can't pick it up, please. Thank you. Oh yeah. Yeah, also won't troll here.
I bet there's more.
Yeah, you better not.
Oh, didn't pick it up.
All right. Now we just need
You didn't?
Oh, were you not ready? Oh my god.
No! Oh, I can't pick it up.
a barrier in the way.
Can't pick it up.
What's up with those dolls?
Oh jeez, Lem. Your job is the backup.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't pick it up. Okay, yeah, so I have to hold the backup before...
Okay.
Yeah, well, then you don't need it.
Always good to have a backup though, Lem.
Yeah, well, I didn't know you couldn't pick it up. That's never happened before. Like, you've never finished it before
gotcha.
I got there, so...
Gotcha.
Or, like, you've never failed to pick it up, I should say.
Yeah, yeah. It didn't want me to pick it up that time.
Messed up.
This one's mine.
Oh my god.
Red one on the platform.
I'm trolling. I actually lost this time there because I was bad.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay. Ready? Ready for you. Ready for you.
Are you? Are you? Oh my god.
Fuck. Nope. Apparently not. Just get down there. Apparently not. Rip. Might be.
It's okay. We're so many minutes ahead anyway.
Yeah, but like another extra minute ahead would have been nice.
Right?
Oh, but also here it messes up like 4 times. Okay.
Nice.
Okay, there we go.
I got there, but not fast enough.
Whoa, I don't smell anything. Your nose has always been sensitive.
Alright. Pirates.
Pirates.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
That was
Jeez.
too sharp.
Big overturn.
Yeah, fuck that tower.
Yeah.
Fuck this one too.
Hey. Lem? Lem?
well.
Got a turn? Okay.
Go, go, go.
RCP. Okay. Left, right, left.
What will really break open these sections is if you were somehow able to leave the vehicle.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we're actually trolling Coconut.
Okay. Good enough.
Good enough. You're right. Look at all the hypers and mollies.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Hey, little fellas! Careful, don't sink our boat!
Watch where we're going!
Nah, I don't kill them. Why would I? They're cute.
Murderer.
Maybe it's just doing some stretching. Blue, you're out of here.
Oh boy.
Get out of our way!
Okay. Okay, good.
Turn and then back.
Yep.
Turn, back.
Good line.
Working! Keep firing!
Nice. That was really good, I think.
Yeah. Keys.
Not friendly, Jones. Keep them away.
You're out of here.
Get out of our way.
Oh,
Let's get closer to the boss.
dude, good damage. Nice.
Them.
My head's spinning.
Oh,
But still on. They've got cannons too.
okay, good position to the last one. Go forward.
Okay. Now I'm starting to feel sick too.
Nice.
stuff.
Good stuff, yeah. Oh, that was an RCP again. I keep forgetting. Jesus.
Shit.
That was pretty clean.
Yeah, that was pretty good. See what that comes out to here.
Hey, it's kind of like that haunted house ride.
Please don't remind me.
You were so scared.
You didn't like it either.
Yeah. The worst first date ever.
But we
Lemuura is
Nice.
a handsome ass
Go.
lad. What the shit?
Oh shit, I got stuck on the wall.
Yeah,
Right,
I turned too
Oh,
late.
no, I got it.
Wow.
Shit.
Didn't get it. God, I struggle with this so much.
It's okay, I'm trolling over here. Okay.
God. That should be it. Yeah.
Yeah.
If that wasn't it, I would have been fuming.
Okay, shoot. Nice.
Shoot. Ah, rip.
Too low.
Wow, that was a launch.
Shit, it's still too low.
Wow.
The heck?
Really
No.
sailed past that one.
Let's go.
Okay, let me line up middle here.
It's gonna close.
Yep. Okay, go. Nice.
Nice.
Okay.
Good
Barely.
stuff. Oh my god. I'm trolling.
Oh my gosh, Ponton with the raid.
Go,
Heyo.
go, go.
Slow and steady.
Yeah, we're not golding
Welcome
this time.
Probably not. We might be able to if we get this part really clean, but yo, Ponton,
uh-uh.
welcome in. Nah.
No, our gold is in 15 seconds.
Oh, rip.
You got this, right? I don't need to do anything.
Yeah. Nope.
Nope.
Rolling. Hey, thanks, Ponton. I hope you had a good stream. What were you streaming? Were you doing more Sifu?
Coconut.
Did you get it? Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
I could tell.
Alright, cutscenes yet?
Good call.
Yay! Oh, kinda saved him.
I didn't explode for me.
Yeah, almost. Well, I mean, like, yeah, he didn't pop, I guess, yeah. Couldn't finish run. Oh, dang. Are you working on speedruns, or are you just doing just like full runs of the game, Ponton?
I forgot. I never finished building the.
Hey, still faster than PB.
Heyo.
The
Where you
lag.
going?
Wow. You and Rose built all of this.
We sure did.
Not bad, Cody. Not bad. The gate's locked, but there's got to be a way in.
Full
So
runs,
we've got
nice.
this big crane here. I'm sure it could be useful.
Go, go, go.
That must be the castle gate
Blizzard got stuck killing the run for 56 minutes. Oh, Pont. Oh, that's sad.
Hey, Meg, I got an idea. Let's go
Back.
bowling.
Okay, back.
The most polite thing to do is knock on the front door.
Forward, I guess.
Back.
Didn't really go back at all.
Forward. Yeah, sometimes it's
Okay.
just like, nah.
I don't think
Okay.
we'll have to do 4 this time, I think.
It was based on how fast you hit the doors, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like our first one was too slow, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, the last 2 seconds there over PB, which is fine.
Yeah. We're saving
You
so
grab
much
food?
time.
Dude, sounds good, Ponton. Have a good one.
Stop me.
Bye bye, Ponton.
Now let me through. Now watch me. Ha! Easy.
Okay.
You can go. SD, cut the recording.
Okay. Good. All right, Lem. Don't fall in the pit. Wah!
Yeah, after we've seen that, we can begin angling up again.
Okay. Don't go down too far. Yeah. Okay, now we're good. This could gold for dungeon crawler.
For sure. Depends on chest, really.
True, yeah, you're right. Cool. Oh wow.
It looks like a baking stall.
That one's the precious.
Run!
Why did you buy that creepy toy for Rose?
Come on, Mary! Swing faster!
What the fuck?
Is this a dead end?
Hey, just chill!
Nice.
You had to wait so long. Dude, you're so fast.
Good stuff, good
Hey.
stuff.
Good stuff.
Oh, crap.
Oh man.
What about
Oh,
the
come on.
controls?
Over here. But hey, yeah, welcome in everyone from Ponton's stream. Yeah, I know Ponton from doing Samurai Jack speedruns. Let's see. But yeah, and it looks like he's really been enjoying Sifu lately, which is cool. He's big into fighting games like Dead or Alive, yeah. Oh, ow.
Now's our chance!
Okay.
Nice.
But yeah, so welcome in everyone.
That's it.
All right,
Elephant gate.
here's the good chess.
Hey, just chill! That doesn't look good.
Pretty good positioning so far, honestly.
Yeah.
Actually really good. Got my ult again. Dude,
Wow.
that was so good.
Wow.
What the fuck? Dude.
That was a ridiculously good chess fight. Like, what?
Oh my god.
I don't think we're beating that for a while.
Lemuura is a handsome
Nice.
lad.
Jeez,
What
good
the
goal.
shit?
Cutie, we don't want to do this, but we have to.
We have to make Rose cry. It's nothing but
What?
Ah, I did the bug where it doesn't work.
There we go. Jeez, dude, rip. Losing time on Queen.
My foot is stuck. Oh,
Sag.
my leg.
My leg.
No, we gotta get her to the edge of the bookshelf.
Cat's on the other side.
Okay.
Someplace quiet and safe.
Are friends supposed to help each other? Oh no, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Feel so evil.
No, me too. I'll need therapy after this.
Oh yeah.
Maybe we could ask that book.
You crazy? We need to sing.
My Eeyore.
Oh no.
No. Fuzzy.
It wasn't a trick.
Oh,
my God.
baby.
Every time. Alright, I'm ready to mash, Lem. Are you ready to mash? I'm gonna beat
Play
you.
jump rope instead. Hey, I beat you on my side.
No, I beat you on my side.
Well, I don't think so.
Okay. Choo choo clock. Alright. Ugh. Okay.
Why do we need to follow those wooden dolls?
Book says you have to make the two meet.
So what?
Let's just do it. We need Rose's letter to break the spell.
Ah, dude, are you for real?
Oh, I'm trolling too. I'm now stuck.
Okay. That's
You
fine.
can do it.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Jesus. My
Wild.
frames.
Alright. Good stuff, Lem.
Decent-ish.
Sounds intriguing.
Good stuff.
Nice.
Nice. Okay. Alright, and then we go up at the rocks to the right.
Yeah.
Once we get there.
Wow, that's cool.
No kidding. What could be up there?
Oh,
Damn.
bat.
Should have kept it. You should have kept sliding it with the.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Whoa! They can fly!
Of course they can. They're birds.
Yeah, but they're made of metal.
So are airplanes, Cody.
Okay, smarty pants. But these aren't machines.
They're flying bird
Okay.
machines.
Let me know when you're good.
I'm good.
Dope.
Nice.
Okay. There's the clock. There it is. Okay. It's these
Oh,
rocks.
it's up here, yeah. And then you can just fly over there. Yeah, that's better. Good
I
optimization.
agree. Please. Please? There you go.
Nice.
Okay, good.
Good.
I think I see a landing spot on that tower.
Nice.
Okay.
Good stuff. Oh. Yeah, let me just
Where you going,
casually
bro?
grab the ledge. Yeah.
Look at that power. We might be able to
Dude,
land 'em.
Jeez.
I'm actually
I've
garbage.
been taking it slow going in. I know it was a little bit of time, but don't want to die.
Oh my god, can you land? I don't know what cycle we're on.
Okay, that's fine.
Because, like, if we get there fast, usually I can kind of just slide and then go.
Okay.
Okay, it's green.
Oh, trolling? What the fuck? Okay, I can make it though. Fuck. No! They're like broke on me. Okay.
You can cut that corner even tighter.
Okay. Fuck. There we go.
Look! That weird bubble is gone.
Okay. Stuck.
Isn't the
Yeah, a
idea
little
to
slow
get
is
back
immediate.
there before the doors open?
Yeah.
Get ready for cutscene skip.
Lemuura is a
There we
handsome
go.
ass
Good
lad.
shit.
What the
Good stuff.
Was that actually a decent Gates of Time? Oh my gosh.
What? Me? You do something!
There we go.
Alright, good stuff.
Good stuff.
Is this the one where we hold right?
I don't know. No, I think it's the next one. It's the one where you hold like down right and up left.
Oh, okay.
Whichever one.
No, it's this one. Or, yeah, no, I gotcha. This one just hold right, yeah.
What about
It's this one, yeah, okay.
The one we just did or this one?
The one we just did, yeah, because we're doing it right now, yeah. So neither of us is like behind, yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
What? No, the spinny things. There's a second spinny thing we're about to do.
Someone has
Yeah, no, I didn't mean like the direction of the spinny thing. I meant like the
Oh,
just
the
us
walking
holding right
bridge.
to walk.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. No, that's that one.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought you were talking about like the direction on the thingy.
No, no. Oh. Went so far past it.
Alright. Prage, I don't fuck it up.
I am praging.
Seems like we're gonna need some keys.
Uh...
Hey.
Scary.
Scary.
Oh. There we go. Dude, what? I just could not get my jump refreshes. Hold on. Oh. Dude. Why am I trolling? I can get this usually no problem.
There we go. Yeah. there you go.
Jesus Christ. I'm ashamed that took so long.
That's okay.
Ugh. Go.
Good stuff, buddy boy. Alright, this nice little jump out.
Dude,
Nice little trolling.
I got stuck on the geometry. I'm upset. Okay. Just don't die,
Okay.
coconut.
Alright.
Especially not when I'm dead, okay?
Okay. Here, stand at different parts of the clock. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'm standing here. You're standing there.
Just don't trip.
It's such an easy thing to do too, so the fact that I'm fucking it up is just stupid.
We're doing really well. Keep this up.
Hey, don't jinx it, May.
Right?
Oh. Oh, come on, come on, come
Calm before the storm.
on. Oh, glob. Oh.
Intense focus. Have you practiced your one cycling?
Oh shit, no I haven't. Alright, so what do I do here to get over to the thing?
Frog jump.
Oh, okay.
At least you got that 2 cycle, I guess.
Okay. Whew.
I always forget that there's this glass section here.
Oh
This
my
fucking
God.
bird.
Taking its revenge on us.
Why isn't it organized like the other ones?
Digit's nest. Keep your eyes on it.
Is this the right one? Yeah, it's the right one, right?
Yeah, you spawn in the safe spot. Or it doesn't even matter, yeah.
What happens if everyone dies?
I think it's like the catfish sequence.
Oh, you just spawn back up here.
Yeah.
I think we're running out of real estate.
Gotcha.
Trying to hurt you.
How do we stop it?
Alright.
Lemuura is a
Nice
handsome
sub
ass
7.
lad.
Nice.
What the
Nice.
shit?
Oh, oh god. Oh my gosh. Uh, 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 uh.
Big scary.
There. Okay. Time to fall in a corner.
Glint, are you still in chat? Glint. G-Lint.
Glinters?
Hello.
Yeah.
I saw the thing in Discord about, like, Cody staying small from Spaced Out, but in another map or something. How does it work? Question mark, because I've not been able to replicate it.
I'm thinking! I'm thinking!
Faster, please!
Or are there
Yes,
is there any footage on it at all? Like outside of it after it happened?
True, yeah. Because if we're able to like save that state of Cody, maybe we're able to save like other states of like having things, maybe.
Yeah, I think if you could somehow be able to get into another level with another level's tech, that could be cool, but I don't know how.
Oh, they should be good.
Yeah, because I tried doing that glint and it just didn't do anything. For me, anyway.
Alright. Alright, Lem, here we go. Frame droppage.
Frame droppage, oh no. Yeah, I read pretty much everything that was there about the topic. I couldn't find anything useful. and glitches like that isn't really a thing that I excel at finding, I'd say.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry. You gotta jump up.
I'm trolling. Just move the thing. Just move the thing into position.
Where is it? There it is.
Hold on. Yeah,
Far.
there we go.
Okay. Okay.
Go. Step. Go.
Go. Cody.
Take this clock.
All right, let's go.
Nice.
Nice.
Lemuura is a handsome ass
Nice.
lad.
Nice
What the
intermediary
shit?
gold.
We're exactly 11 minutes ahead of PB.
Right? Imagine. So cool.
Yeah, and maybe we can warm up somewhere
Okay.
inside along the way.
Oh, I sure hope so.
Shit. I'm gonna get it. Oh. Hold D instead of C. Oh, well, I'm trolling now. Okay, okay, just calm down. Calm
You got this.
down. Shit. Okay, we're good.
Heck yeah. Don't die to the mountain.
Yeah.
Remember, forest first.
Oh god, hang on.
Just
I'm trolling.
don't go for the just
Yeah, no, I'm just trolling. Don't worry. I was just messing up my stuff. Don't worry. It's okay. It's okay. We're good. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Is it?
Yes. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Okay.
Look to your right. Yeah.
Okay.
Still-
okay.
still
4 seconds ahead of
faster.
PV. We're good.
Well, we should be more on par with some of us there.
Ringing the bells to break the ice.
Really?
Ah, dude, I fucked up.
Get these crazy ideas.
Come on, let's do it for the town.
Oh, shit.
Dude, it's invisible again for me.
Yeah, same here.
This place really
No,
is
that's the wrong one.
Missed the hustle and
Dude.
bustle when we were here. Crowded, and fun.
Hope we can wake it up.
Looks like there are 3 bell towers. Let's pick one and get started.
Turtle?
Dude,
Out here?
Oh shit.
dude. Why am I always trolling on this one? Dude! That here was just late.
Oh, trolling. Oh, I'm trolling here.
About time.
It fell down.
Okay, I'm gonna hit the trigger then.
Wow, I'm hitting the trigger before me. What is this? Careful, don't die. Yeah. It's like a death plane down there.
I know. You don't think I've gone through that rodeo before? Alright. I'm taking the bobsled on the left.
Yes.
And then I'm doing this, and then there we go.
Hey, Cody.
Yep.
You feel the rhythm?
Oh yeah.
You gonna go for your out of bounds thing?
Yeah, you mash. I'm just gonna... I'm gonna go for it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get it, but wouldn't it be sick if I did get it?
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh, so close.
damn it. Damn it.
Dang. What happens if
That-
you're stuck there now? What does that do?
Well, I get pulled to you once you get over there.
Oh, okay.
Because we're linked, right? But I
Yeah,
think...
yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
please! Damn it.
damn. Oh, dang.
Whoa,
Wait.
whoa.
Whoa, whoa,
Whoa!
What the fuck?
Whoa! What the fuck is going on? Dude!
Oh
Huh?
my god! Oh my gosh!
Hello,
What the
kids!
Oh my god!
What is happening?
Oh my gosh!
Jeez. Okay.
Dude, what the fuck was that?
Can I have a clip of that?
Oh.
That was. I could have maybe hit like another trigger further down, but like I had no clue
Yeah,
where to
maybe,
go because it's following a spline. Can I get a clip
Happens
of
when you
that?
don't win winter sports. But yeah, dude, we definitely need to clip that or highlight that. Or something. That was wild. That was crazy. That was really fun.
Right?
Oh my gosh.
Damn, your speed.
I know it, dude. Dude, you're like clipping all over the place. No. Okay,
Nice.
dope.
Lost a few seconds,
Oh my
but
God.
it's fine.
That's fine.
BTI will climb. Here we go.
Oh my gosh.
We're gold, Cody.
Wait, where am I going?
We're perfectly fine.
Hey.
Wow, I've never dived this deep before.
Ah, dude.
Oh, not high enough. Rip.
Where's the lighthouse?
But yeah, what happens when you don't win Winter Sports Slam?
I wonder how it'll help us get to the top of
I don't know.
You lose. Ah, shit. Shit. Okay, there we go.
Damn it. Love you too, Alice. Damn it. Am I not looking far enough right? Is that what's going on maybe when I actually get up there?
I didn't like your joke either, Brady. Lol. Go.
There we
Hi,
go.
Mr. Alice. Calls me Mr. Coconut, and I'm like, oh yes, Mr. Okay, then. I'm Mr. Alice.
Good, because I got here just now too.
Yo, perfect. All right, good stuff. No, hi Alice. How's it going?
Oh, dude, I'm trolling. Ah,
Oh no, so close. I'm sorry, I'm just editing and
Okay.
such. Good stuff.
Hey, it's working.
Okay. Dude, we are.
Yeah.
Dude, we're going so good.
I just like doing that way until like I feel safe.
The lighthouse is the candy factory.
Oh, I went around. Shit.
Pipes probably lead to the generators.
Oh, I can see some shadow moving down there. Oh my, that's a big fish.
Oh, come on. Jeez.
French, Cody. Righty, tighty.
Good stuff. All right, fishy.
1 hour 35 minutes. Alice, I'm pretty sure. Too far off, Alice. Even though world record is pretty free right now if you get good, because the world record doesn't have my new skip, the 3-minute skip. So
Real. Facts. Okay.
world record
Swam.
free. You should go get it, Hyper. You know.
God. Okay, there you go. All right, but hot dash backwards, not forwards. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Wait, just
Yeah.
frog jump.
Backwards.
Good enough.
Yeah. Whatever.
Okay. Let's go. That was pretty good beneath the ice for our standards.
Yeah. Yeah.
View.
It'll get better once I get more
Yeah.
more consistent at BTI wall climb. I'm practicing it every now and then.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I'm getting dizzy.
Keep on going,
Okay.
Cody. Almost there.
Let's see. Yeah, I'll do my best for slippery slopes. Jeez.
Choose.
Jeez.
We got this. We got this.
Lemuura is a handsome
Nice.
ass lad. What
Nice.
the shit?
Right, RCP coming up, right? No. That's the next part, right? Yeah.
Easy.
Easy.
I fucked up.
Oh god.
Dude, I'm so scared of going too far to the left here.
The same.
Ah, dude. I fucked up.
I can make it. I made it.
Wow. I'm upset.
Don't fall down in there. You're good. Like, wait, did I go too far? Is it? Yeah.
It's over here, I think.
There we
Yeah.
go. Yep. Good shit. Oh my gosh. Ryu Goomba, thank you for the follow. Hello, hello. Oh my gosh.
Good stuff, good stuff.
Good stuff.
Pretty clean run so far, I'd say.
Honestly, yeah.
Watch out, Meg!
Toby, keep on skating!
I thought the book was speaking.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, look, a cabin. Let's see if they know the way to the top.
Oh, we gotta get out of here!
Keep moving!
Nice.
So much for a pleasant trip!
Oh my god.
Oh.
Alright, pay attention.
I'm paying attention.
So we get here, right? You just fall off the edge here. And you hit the trigger as you fall down.
Yo, Pog.
So that's where you want to go, okay?
Okay.
For whenever you are ahead on this part. Yeah.
Dude, actually finishing relatively similar times? What the heck?
Yeah. As far as I can
That's
tell.
fine.
Oh, this was an RCP, fuck.
Yes, it was.
Whatever. As far as I can tell, the trigger to end that sequence is there early on, but I don't know how the fuck you're gonna get to it because it's just death triggers all around.
Easy now, Magnet. You'll get back to her
Oh.
soon.
Shit, it wouldn't let me get back up. Okay. Good stuff.
Right. Did you hear that?
Ready?
Yep.
Storm is coming.
Yeah. Stay close.
Nice.
Yeah. Keep your back
Good
there.
stuff, boo. Sheesh.
This is such a cool mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
There are several that I wish lasted longer in the speedrun.
Yeah.
This one is pretty
This,
cool.
fidget spinners.
Yeah. Dude, imagine
Oh, gosh, dude.
getting fidget spinners. Yeah, if you could get level abilities outside into other levels,
Lemuura is a
Dude.
handsome ass
Oh,
lad.
RCT?
RCT, yeah.
Shit.
getting fidget
Good
spinners
stuff.
out would be sick. Nice, just casually 12.5 minutes ahead.
Oh my god.
Green
1, 2, 3,
fingers.
4
Oh
ahead.
no.
Alright. Garden, here it is.
That purple thing is blocking our way.
Looks quite ugly.
Ah, dude.
Whatever it is, we need to get
Okay.
rid-
Oh, rolling. Oh, dude, I'm pressing all the wrong buttons right now. Dude, that is shift, not dash. Oh my god. Hang on, Lem. Okay. Yeah, my fingers don't want to press the right buttons. Okay. Shit.
Okay, pretty sure I've hit it.
Okay. Shit. Dude, I'm trolling. Can't get this right now. Oh my gosh. Dude, it's just one of those times, Lem. I'm sorry.
It's okay, I'm just waiting.
There we go.
If you fell back in bounds, I
I know,
swear.
dude, I was gonna be
I
so-
swear.
Oh, dang it. I let go of crouch. I let go of crouch. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, cool. Got this one.
Nice. There we go, I hit this one. Look to the sun, double jump.
Okay, got this one.
Nice. Hit the pot.
Oh. Shit. Oh, shit. The fuck?
To make sure you don't dash inbounds now.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh. Trolling.
Slide jump.
Yeah, I'm trying. It won't let me slide.
Make sure not to aim inbounds
There you
as
go.
well. Let's go.
Get it. Oh, thank God, dude.
That was a rough green fingers.
Dude, at least we didn't have to reset. I just took my sweet time getting that first snuggle slide, dude.
More purple
Okay.
crap coming up. We're gonna need some major weeding, May.
I think I've got the knack
Some
for it by now.
major weeding May. Oh,
Thank
shit.
you for helping me out.
Dude,
Quite rewarding.
Oh, right? Maybe you have a
Shit.
green thumb after all.
I just find it satisfying to shred anything in my way.
I am upsetty spaghetti. There we go.
Okay,
Jesus Christ.
Oh. Hey, chill. Shit. Okay. Your fingers ever just forget how to work sometimes?
All the time.
Dude, chill.
That did not hit the thingamabob.
You can do it.
Dude,
I'm almost there, don't worry.
at this point, yeah, you're gonna catch up before I'm able to get across, dude, because I'm not getting the fucking oyster. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, I guess I just cannot do the other one.
Nice.
Jesus, that was so bad.
All right. Oh, shit. Come on, dude. Dude. He's gonna kill me, I think.
Oh no.
Dude, I just got like hit like 3 times in a row by those things. Come on. Oh my god. Dude, that is the one underneath it. Okay. Keeps bouncing back up. Finally. Jeez, dude.
Jesus Christ. Ugh.
Ugh.
It's the thirsty one, and I'm working on it. Keep them away from me, Cody. I don't want to be pricked in the back. Thanks for having my back, Cody.
Okay.
Cool.
Oh, it was a little bit of time, but hey, you know.
Still
I was
ahead.
somewhat late. Alright, trespassing. Good luck, buddy boy.
I mean, you can do it too.
You made that.
I know. I don't know what to do once I get to a certain point, though.
I couldn't tell.
Maybe a rat.
No, it looked huge.
Well,
Okay.
it didn't attack us, so it's probably friendly.
I hope you're right.
I'm starting not to like this. Do we really have to go in?
I don't see another way out of here.
Oh. No!
Oh no!
Ah! I didn't mean to ground pound.
I know, dude. That was a loud ground pound, dude. It's okay. At least it was that toward the beginning of it and not like further in.
Right.
Kinda.
Well, I mean, it still sucks.
Yeah, it definitely does. But, you know.
Because PB, we had a pretty clean one.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, trolling as well.
Oh, pfft. Dude, just land. Thank you, and then... Ah!
Dude. Can't get in.
There we go.
Dude.
Ah! What am I doing? Stop! Fucking... Jesus Christ, May, you fucking bitch. Just do what I want you to do. Land, jump. Land, jump. Yeah, good. Now, up here. No, I just can't do this right now, I guess. Yeah, I hope you've learned a route.
Can't say
There we
I
go.
have or have not.
Okay,
No
well,
clue what to do from here.
okay, well, I'm out, so...
Okay.
Hello.
Hi. Oh, okay, so you just launch, okay.
Quiet.
Right. Since you're out here, I'm not getting any of my safe spots now.
Oh
That's
no.
okay. It's okay. We'll just do it slow. By this time in our PB, we would have finished the level anyway.
True, true.
Okay. Now, if you want, you can move through the section too. Because now I'm not going to hit any more sound things. Just don't trigger the alarm, please. You have to jump across that gap first.
Okay, and then go down. Okay, cool.
Jesus, we're losing so much time. I am so sorry. I just could not get it for the life of me.
Well, I mean, to be fair, if I knew what to do, I could have also gone ahead of you as well.
Right. Whoa.
Oh shit. Dope.
Yeah, we're losing a lot of time. We're losing like 2 minutes.
Only a minute and a half off of PB at the moment, so yeah, it'll probably be like 2 minutes. Shit. No. Go, go. Ah!
Yeah,
Oh, God.
losing 2 minutes.
Yeah.
We're still
Yeah,
9
2 minutes,
minutes. We're still 9 minutes ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 minutes exactly.
Yeah.
Jesus. I promise I will not fuck it up that bad next time.
Same, senor.
And you know the route next time too. I don't know the Cody
said
specific route though, but
Okay.
Shit.
I'm sure you will learn the Cody specific route, like just in case,
Yeah.
right? Dude, really? I have done fucked myself, Coconut. I am sorry.
Oh shit. Can't tell if I'd have as well. I think I might have as well. I think I can save it. Okay. I saved it. Okay. As long as I don't fuck it up now too.
Yeah, because I don't know how yeah. You might be able to jump it, like, but I don't know. Jeez, I guess we need to do some garden ILs, like, bruh.
Yeah, right? Right, snail race. Where the heck is snail race? There it is. Okay, good.
Made it to the greenhouse. Now just to get up to that window. I'm a mushroom.
Oh.
Hey.
That one looks the silliest so far.
Keep it going, May.
Got it! You're doing great as well! Alright, you made it!
Honestly, I was just busy watering. I didn't pay attention to where you were. I was like, just keep them alive.
Okay.
Well,
Pretty good.
we didn't lose that much time, so I guess we fucked it up bad in the
Oh, Jesus.
P-berries too.
Yeah. Okay.
Another wave of them, May. Look out, May. More creepy critters.
Oh, sorry.
Oh!
Okay, one hit. Oh no!
Coconut. Do it. Put it down. I'm not gonna get mashed. There we go. Literally just one hit. God. Okay, is one
so
alive?
2. Okay, there we go. 1. Okay.
Oh, you want some more?
Okay, you can
Is
go
that the
over.
last one?
Yeah, go over.
Okay, ready?
Okay. Attack. Let's go.
Okay. Let me not move and then just and get the thing here.
That's it.
Okay.
Down to the last. You care to do the honors, eh? Any of you are.
Didn't we mess this up in PB?
Yep.
Didn't I mess it up?
We sure did. I don't know how, but we sure did.
I'm a tomato.
Oh, we forgot the. I
I
think
don't know if
we
we have to
still
do it on
same
the
thing.
first one.
No, it spawns faster. You save 4 seconds by
does it?
recipeing. Yeah.
Okay.
Not working. Those things are spreading the purple sap. Stop them.
Hey, that purple sap was poisonous. Wash it away.
All right, I got it. Another infected sap creature.
Ah.
That's all of them, eh? Give me some water over there. I'm gonna. Hey, I'm inside Joy.
I'm inside Joy.
Out of her. I'm gonna bring down the infected part.
Oh, wrong one.
Nice.
RCP.
Yep.
Good job, man.
Can't rest yet. There's something growing out of her.
I see that. Joy, we've come
Rip.
to save
Yeah, because I walked through before the invisible wall was there.
She's not.
Nice.
Nope.
Oh,
She's not listening, Cody.
Okay, I think I'm good, but you keep moving.
oh, we'll see.
Nope.
Nope. Oh my God, Lem. I am nice and rehearsed in this spot, so.
Yeah, I'm not, because I never do it.
Okay. Good stuff, good stuff.
What are you now? A potato.
I'm a potato.
Oh no.
Potato charge. Nope, 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 nope. This one. Okay. Julio.
I know it hurts, but we're trying to help you. You're strong, Joy. But I'm gonna do what's best for you.
Okay.
Nice.
I think we're making progress.
Look out. Ah.
I wonder if we'll ever have a joy skip.
Yeah, I wonder.
Like, is it gonna happen? Because this
I
one
don't know.
seems very solid.
I know, yeah. We tried a lot of stuff here.
Even just being able to skip like this phase, you know, for example,
Yeah.
would be cool. No clue how it would be done, but
Oh.
threading the needle. Oh.
Oh. Okay. Oh my gosh. Alright. Lime time?
Lime time.
Is it lime time? Oh shoot. Oh, come on. Jeez. Wasn't dashing.
Lime charge.
Oh. Nice. Okay.
Let's go.
This is it. I can feel it breaking through.
Right.
Please, Joy, just let us do this.
Oh.
Almost there.
Alright, Lemmy, you ready?
I can feel your pain, Joy.
Let's go.
Get rid of it.
Finish it. Okay.
Let's go.
Well, still 9 minutes ahead.
Still 9 minutes ahead. It's true.
Nope.
We are on sub 2 hour pace. So
We
let's
are.
just keep that.
Indeed.
Okay, let's prep the stage.
I wish we didn't have to.
It'll be fine, May.
You're so good at getting that first try.
Musical chairs.
Musical chairs. Remember to not do minigame reset.
This is true. Dude, I was cock blocked by that fucking thing. Why?
God.
It's all up to you.
Oh god. Alright, what do I do here again? I haven't made it here for a while. Just do like
yeah,
a
slide jump. Slide jump. Hopefully an oyster.
Nope, that was really bad. That was really bad, Lem. This is probably the worst slide jump I've ever seen.
Jesus. You just have to make it past the lights.
Yeah, I know.
There it is. Jesus, so slow.
Oh,
So slow. If I hadn't fallen off, it would have been fine, but...
also if I wasn't trash, it would have been fine. Okay. All right, Rainbow Road. Here we go.
Oh, this is surreal.
Surreal, but fun. Hey, you know, this place reminds me of something else.
Oh yeah, it does.
Stuff.
No visible bad. No fast cycle.
Are you gonna let me leave you alone, Cody?
Oh, you better watch out.
But I was like, it's better to be safe than dying and losing like more seconds. Oh, speaking of
What
dying.
was that? What was that?
God.
Did you say something?
Yeah, I'm being dumb.
Something about dying and losing.
Yeah, yeah,
weight.
we're not talking about it, Coconut.
Oh, I'm trash. Hi. Oh my god.
Well, I guess no RCP.
It's a skill I take pride in. That was
Nope. Trolling.
a skill I take pride in. But that was a lot of fun.
Okay. Alright, Lemmy boy. Alright, so RCP at the top, and do 30 FPS.
30 FPS, yeah. After cutscene.
After. Yes.
And after everything's loaded in. You can ground pound?
My controller again here.
Yep. Confirming that mine works.
You're that proud, May?
Yeah, this is exciting.
Alright. Hold on, wait, there we go. You got it?
Yep.
Good. I'm doing new ones, not you.
Oh.
We're actually doing well, May. The crowd is coming back.
Woogie woogie.
Let's keep this up.
Bum, 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 bum,
Such a bop.
bum, bum. Yes, my bop lo-fi. Good stuff.
Be on you think, Cody.
Ladies and gentlemen, DJ Cody and MC May. Yo. What?
I was like, dude, I felt like that took a long time.
Nah,
Alright, Lem.
that was good. It's good.
You ready, boy?
Yeah, hold on. We got a restart checkpoint and
Oh,
change
yeah.
FPS.
Yes.
It's up.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, just don't hit anything. Okay?
Yeah,
You got
I'll
this?
try. Dude, it's hard to not hit any. Oh my god.
Well, it's okay. Now you've hit the thing. So now you're
Yes.
hitting it and you're not hitting any more things, right?
Right.
That's how it works. You can only hit one thing once, and it's the beginning.
One thing once.
I'd be impressed if you hit the same wall twice in this level, honestly. I don't know how.
I usually hit one of those because I'm a dingus. Oh. Okay. It's fine. It was like right towards the end.
That's okay. I hit a thing too. I'm sad.
All right, Lem. Do your best.
Absolutely incredible.
Woo.
Hell yeah, Hyper, let's go.
Hell yeah.
Cody.
Oh my god. All right, I'm ready for my cutscene skips, boy.
Lemuura is a handsome
Wow,
ass lad.
smallest
What the
gold
shit?
ever.
All right, Lem, cutscene skips, boy. All right, got this, boy. Oh yeah, that's what I like to fucking see. All right, E. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Dude, is that a? Let's see. Should be the 156 potentially, I think. Right?
No, because these fuckers kiss so slow.
Oh, true. No, you're right.
You're sitting here and it takes 10 years. Hey, 156.05. That was a 46 grand finale as well. Yeah, it wasn't perfect. I did mess up some stuff, but like, did 2 seconds off of com goals. It's not bad.
Yeah, I had a. Let's see,
Hi,
mine came out at
Molly.
156.06, which is like super close to yours.
Yeah.
Nice.
If you find kiss
GG.
skip, if you find kiss skip, I don't know how. Right now the timer ends when they kiss. Is the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if you can get to the credits, that would
Yeah,
count.
dude. If we do credits, yeah.
But I don't know how the fuck you would do that.
No clue.
Let's go. That was a good run. Tons of gold.
Good run, Lem. Let's see. What do we?
Okay,
fuck up
yeah.
on? It was our garden was where we.
Yeah. See, now my
Lost
sum of
one
best
thing
is What was my sum of best last time? What did I say? But now it says 147.
You said 143 last time.
Yeah. So it was just messed up. But
Okay, okay.
now it's correct then, because now we finished a run. So
True.
yeah.
All right. Yes, we were. Yeah, 5.5 minutes above sum of best, which was cool.
Good stuff.
Good stuff. Yeah, we have like a good like. Let's see.